Well, guys, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I told you guys this was going to happen. We know tariffs are coming in on April 2nd. I told you guys that they had the Saltillo plant working like crazy, not just on the truck side by pushing out 2500s and 3500s as fast as they could make them, which, by the way, I had to be honest, I don't know if I'd want to buy one of those right now. You guys told me we've mentioned the movie multiple times on this channel, and I never, is it Gung Ho? Is that what it is? Where they were just throwing cars together, missing bolts, all kinds of crap, missing lug nuts. That was a disaster. Anyways, I'm not saying that's going to happen with these Ram 2500s and 3500s. I'm just saying I know for a fact that they were running like emergency shifts, nonstop lines, bringing in people that had never worked on a line before just to have bodies in there, and not to be on the line, but doing other stuff to support the line. So they could pump out as many 2500s and 3500s as they could. And now it's a mad dash. It is a mad rush to get all of these trucks across the border. And I just don't, I think they'll get the majority of them through before April 2nd, which will give them maybe a 90-day reprieve. If they're lucky, maybe they get to 100 days. But even if Stellantis would have to make, John Elkann is going to have to make a deal or make a move with let me sit up here, with the Trump administration to try to get a pass on these tariffs, right? Very similar to what Hyundai just did, promising massive investment and opening probably one of the largest auto manufacturing facilities in the United States. Stellantis is going to have to do the same thing. We know that they're going to open Belvedere, and maybe they give them something for that, right? But they want to see that American branded vehicles are being built here. Ford and GM are about to take hits. General Motors is already looking at stuff that they were going to, other facilities that they were going to retool for electric vehicles, and are going, nope, we're going to bring back some of our gas stuff that we're going to pay tariffs on and build them in these places. I don't know if GM is better at tooling up fast than Stellantis is, but I can tell you that they got to get to it. They're at a point now where this is not a good look for Stellantis right now. I talked about this in an earlier video. 75% is the outlook on loss of profit. A 75% loss of profit. Now, this is coming from last year where they already had a 70% year-over-year loss of profit. You can't keep giving up that much profit every year and look not to be looking bankruptcy in the face, especially when you're a publicly traded company and consumer confidence is low. There's no excitement. Now, there's all of this stuff that's coming out. Myself, multiple other publications have been talking about the Hemi coming back, and my good dude, Butter the Insider, kind of filled it in this week. We had sources that are at Dundee, the engine assembly plant. And what's happening is Dundee will get Hemis. They're just not built there. Very similar to what's going on in Kokomo. Kokomo is already tooling, though. And from what our sources are saying there and from the videos and photos I've seen from inside the facility, if I had to bet where the Hemi is going to actually be built, it would be built at Kokomo, not Dundee. That said, Dundee will house some of those because right now they are building the dog out of the 5.7 Hemi in Mexico. They are trying to stock up on as many of these engines as possible and get them across the border, just like they are with the 2500 and 3500 Rams. They are rushing this stuff to the border. Now, what's crazy is on the northern side of the border, where we have the Chrysler minivan and you have the Dodge Charger EV. Now, what's crazy with the EV is, with the Charger gas version, that's going to get hit with tariffs. I just don't see how they get that done. I mean, they could, I guess, retool a little bit SHAP, the Sterling Heights Assembly Plant, where they were already setting up the line and tooling there for the Ram REV, for the fully electric Ram or the Ram Charger. Maybe they could put the Dodge Charger on that line, but that would basically bankrupt and end Windsor. And I don't know if that's good, or if Ontario is going to take that laying down. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But if you're on either border, I will say this: if you're on either border and you live by a port of entry, and you're on some of those interstates, and you're seeing just truckload or trains coming across with nothing but cars in them or trucks in them, that's why. They're going to try to do everything they can to get as much inventory in as possible before April 2nd. And in an best case scenario, they get about 100-day reprieve. And then it's going to be, we got to pay 25% on everything we bring in, unless Elkann makes that deal. He's going to have to make a deal with the Trump administration. And I think that deal is not going to affect Canada as much as it's going to affect Mexico. I think they're going to bring that production from the Saltillo plant in Mexico back to the United States. And I mean the 2500, 3500 Ram, and then all different versions of that V8 Hemi production. From the big gas engine to the Apache to the regular 5.7 Hemi to the Hellcat engine. I think that all gets moved up here. So we'll see how it goes. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm just concerned for the brands, man, of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram at this point. I feel why Elkann, after he fired Tavares, made some good moves, in bringing Tim Kuniskis back and kind of giving the CEOs in America kind of free reign to do what they wanted to do, except, Christine Fuel, which I'll have a video on that here in the future. I'm just trying to confirm a few things, but I don't think she's going to be there much longer. And believe it or not, I think you're going to see Tim Kuniskis being the CEO of Ram and Chrysler here in the near future. He didn't, I'm not confirming that. I got a couple of things to tie down. Just saying, if that happens in the next, 48 hours or so, you heard it here first. But we'll see. I gotta tie down a few things on that and see what's happening. But there's some interesting movements going on in terms of part numbers and other stuff with Chrysler, as well as a mid-size SUV, which I thought for sure they canceled that. But we'll have to see. But yeah. As soon as I have a confirmation from my sources, I will get back to you on that. But give the video a big thumbs up, like I said. Hit the subscribe button. And as always, stay petty, my friends.